Hey, hope you're having a great Monday. Once again, I'm 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi to look at your Colorado weather forecast here on 9 News Plus. And so far, so good in terms of those temperatures and that sunshine out there. Temperatures already above our seasonal average for most of eastern Colorado so far. We do have a little bit of cloud cover and some snow showers in the far northern reaches of the state. This is where we're seeing some of that out by Grand Lake. If you kind of squint, you can probably see a few flakes flying across Grand Lake. So it'd be Grand, Jackson, and Routt counties. That's where we're seeing some light snow on this Monday afternoon. Excuse me, but we are looking at some of that sunshine, though, for us here along the Front Range in the urban corridor. Just a few clouds mixing their way on into the picture for us on this Monday, and I think we're going to be keeping things relatively calm on this Monday as well. This is a kind of a look back in terms of what we saw back over the weekend. Thank you, Mark Salinger, for that water there. Is obviously my throat got caught with some, I don't know what it was there, but thank you, Mark. Quick swig of water and on we go. So back over the weekend, this is what we kind of picked up over the weekend. Some spots, very, very little snowfall. I mean, Boulder, Fort Collins, you're joining us from there. You're saying, what snowstorm? Greeley, though, picked up around a foot of snow. And this is kind of goes back to maybe some of the difficult nuances of weather forecasting. DIA, 3.7 inches worth of snowfall, but you go 25 miles west there, and we got a foot of snow out by Golden and Green Mountain, some of those areas. A very big snowstorm out there. Greeley, about 30 miles north of DIA, 10 to 13 inches, but you go 20 miles west and you saw maybe an inch or two of snowfall. So wildly swinging forecast snowfall totals from back over the weekend. Meantime, for today, high near 50 for us here in Denver. That's a quiet week, lots of sunshine. And then Friday could be our next chance for snow, but it looks pretty light at this point. HE Doppler radar is pretty quiet on this Monday afternoon. We are seeing some cloud cover and, again, occasional flurry snow shower for us in this part of the state, the far northern reaches of Colorado. That's where we're seeing some of that right now, but for the most part, it's pretty light stuff for us out that way. Not expecting any accumulation up into the high country, even where we are seeing some of those flakes. So again, things pretty calm for us for the rest of today and tonight. Temperature is the bigger story, with highs back above our seasonal average for today. Average high for today is 45. We're at 48 for us here in Denver, 54 in Ray, and mostly in the 30s for us in the high country. Even some of the colder valleys like Kremling and Gunnison have rebounded to around 20 degrees, which doesn't sound all that warm, but again, those are some of those typical colder spots for us across state. Tonight we'll drop back to 21 degrees for us in Denver. Yesterday was our first 5:30 p.m. sunset of the year, and by the way, we are now less than a month away from 7 p.m. sunsets as we spring forward on March the 9th into March the 10th. But we've got an overall kind of calm weather pattern thanks to this. It's what we call a zonal weather pattern, and when you're getting kind of jet stream winds that kind of move rather in a straight line from west to east, we tend to see quieter weather, and this is the result. 52 for us in Denver tomorrow, mostly sunny skies. Highs in the 40s, 50s, eastern plains, and 30s and 40s for us into the high country. A couple degrees above our seasonal averages really across the state for tomorrow and for the next couple of days as well. 7-day forecast will be in the low 50s, maybe even mid 50s for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday, we start to cool back down with highs back only into the low to mid 30s for us. And then this weekend, we'll warm back up again with highs in the 40s and 50s. And you see that chance for some snow on Friday. It does not look like a big deal at this point here, folks. We're talking about maybe an inch or two of snow for us on Friday with a fast-moving little wave of low pressure that swings its way through the region. So I'm going to call it snow big deal. Looks like a low-impact event as well because it'll be around freezing, looks like during the daytime hours. If that's the case, that would be a low-impact snow. But it's, again, continuing this theme of this weekend snowfall. What's going on with that, Mother Nature here? We've seen 18.6 inches of snow on Saturday alone so far this season. And every other day of the week, of course, that would be 6 other days, we've only picked up 6 inches worth of snowfall. So we've picked up more than 3/4 of our snowfall on Saturdays alone. Final thing I'll leave you with, this is good news. I always like to leave things on a good news point. And snowpack back up to 96% of our season-to-date average. For context, just a little over a month ago, we were at 68% of our statewide snowpack. We have made enormous gains in the last few months. The first two big storms. The one we picked up last week really helped on out. And then it was also, you might remember during that horrible cold snap here in the lower elevations, we got a ton of snow in the high country in the middle of January. That storm also really helped rebound those snow levels as well. So overall, sitting pretty in terms of snowpack. And for us here in the Denver area, by the way, we're at about 25 inches of season-to-date snowfall officially right now. That puts us about 5 or 6 inches behind our season-to-date average. Nothing too wild, but we're pretty close to average here in the Denver area as well in terms of our season-to-date snowfall. Of course, on average, March is our snowiest month of the year, but February of late has been a very big snow month for us in the last 10 to 20 years. So hopefully it gives you a good idea about what we've seen and what to expect. Once again, we'll have more for you coming up at 9 News at 4 o'clock and 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 with Chief Meteorologist Kathy Stephen. I'll have more details on all this for you. Thanks again for joining us here on 9 News Plus. Special shout out to Mark Salinger for getting me that water while I was choking on that chip a second ago. But in the meantime, otherwise, thanks again for joining us here on 9 News Plus. Have a great rest of your Monday.